Hello, all you pipe smokers out there on YouTube. After I told you about my time in the US and all these things, I think it's quite time to talk about my pipes and show you some of my pipes. First, the thing I smoke now, it's a Leantra, an Italian pipe. It's dark black and brushed. I think it has a beautiful finish. It's a pretty uh, large pipe. It's a poker. I love this type. I don't have much, but it's great. And I think it looks very good. There on this silver band, as you can see, I hope, there are the four aces. You see on this side is the ace. On top is a heart. On the opposite side, you see the spade. Can you see it? And on the bottom is the cross. And I think that's because it's a poker. I think that's a nice little gimmick to the pipe. This four aces on the pipe. On the stem, there's the what Leandra always do. There's this duck you see there, and it's a great pipe. And in the pipe, I have a tobacco I bought a few days ago in Denmark. I was just over the border with a bicycle to look if I find a tobacco. I don't know. I do not know. So I found by Paul Olsen, My Own Blend. I found this tobacco. It's written on an anniversary blend, and on the back they write it's for the anniversary of Queen Margaret II on January 1997. I hope the tobacco is not that old. And the tobacco is a blend of Cavendish, Virginia and Cavendish, and they write that there's a hint of Scotch whiskey in. Well, you see Virginia and Cavendish. I smell tobacco, a little sweet, but not too sweet. A very nice smell, but I'm sorry, I cannot smell any whiskey. I like whiskey. I drink not much, but I drink whiskey and beer. That's the two things I drink. And so I know how whiskey tastes and how whiskey smells. And whiskey, no. But in Denmark, whiskey is expensive. Maybe that's why they are so poor with the whiskey. Well, but the important thing is I want to talk about a man today. His name is SYRING. SYRING. I think nobody over there where you live know this man. He was born in 1933 and he passed away in 2007. And his hobby was making pipes. His profession were he was a policeman. He was one of the chief policemen in the criminal division here in Flensburg. And during the time he was in the police, he also was a member in the IPA, the International Pipe Association. And due this membership, he traveled around the world to meet other policemen and conferences and everything. And he met a lot of pipe smokers all over the world, and he started collecting pipes. So he has one of the greatest collection of pipes here in Germany. Pipes from the Native Americans, the Indians, pipe from England from 1700, English glass pipes and all kind of pipes. And after Mr. SYRING died, this collection was sold on an auction for a lot of money down in Heidelberg. But the other thing was he built pipes. I think he started at the end of the 60s making his first pipe on his balcony, sitting there and had sandpapers and making a pipe. It still existed. His wife still had this pipe. And so in his life, he learned a lot about making pipes. And in the end of the 80s, he met a Danish pipe maker, and this man showed him a lot about his profession. So Mr. SYRING learned a lot. And a year before he get retired, he rented a little shop. And after this Danish pipe maker died, Mr. SYRING could get all his drills and a lot of wood and all the things he needed for starting a little pipe maker career. So then when he get retired, he opened this little shop, and there he sold pipes, but his main business was repairing repair stamps. And he got sent broken pipes or broken stamps and everything from all over Germany and the surrounding foreign countries. And so he just made pipes when he had a little bit of time. And but he numbered his pipe from his first pipe, the number one, up to 1,500. And I have to look here. Excuse me a second. I'm out of the picture. I have to read because there's written down how many pipes he made. He made 1,541 pipes in his life. His Mr. SYRING's son, he is a friend of mine, he told me that. And I think they're gone all over the world, and they are still smoked, because you don't find any SYRING pipes on eBay or somewhere in the internet. And his wife, she has a sideboard, and there are about 300 pipes. It was Mr. SYRING's personal, his own pipes he smoked. Always when you saw the man, he had a pipe in his mouth. And he had about 300 pipes, which he smoked by himself, and he collected. And the most of them are pipes he made by himself. And I'm the lucky guy who got some of these pipes from his wife. Because I know Mr. SYRING a long time, and the other thing is I'm a friend of his son, and so Mrs. SYRING said I could have some of his pipes. So I was standing on the sideboard, and I had almost tears in my eyes. I've seen so many good-looking, beautiful pipes, and now I want to show you my collection of the SYRING. I will start. They are all numbered. I will start with this little beauty, and they all have Cumberland mouthpieces, as you see. And I smoke in this pipe because it's a lot of wood around. Flake, of course. And the grain is very beautiful. As Mrs. SYRING told me, she was in charge for buying the wood. When they had journeys to Corsica, to Spain, to South France, they were buying always wood. And also with befriended pipe makers in Denmark. They traveled there, and they always were buying pieces of wood for making pipes. And Mrs. SYRING, she had the eye for the wood. She said, this is good, this is not good. And she mostly was right. You see, the grain is great. This pipe had the number, because he numbered the pipes. They are marked. I don't know if you can see it. They are marked SYRING. I have to make it this way. It's too bad. I think you can't see it. There is the mark, and they are numbered. This is a number 1000. Exactly the number 1000. Maybe you can see it. This is the number 1000. The second pipe is this little beauty. It's a little red, also a lot of wood, and exactly specially for flake. And all these pipes I have are made with no filter. He built some filter pipes I learned by a man here in the internet, but I haven't seen any. The third pipe is this little thing. If you're interested, the number is 795. It's not a shape number, it's just the number of the pipe he built. And here's another one. Also a lot of wood. And I like this shape. Don't ask me what some people call this shape. It's just a good looking, beautiful pipe. The little white spot I made, so I see where it has to be down, how the mouthpiece has to be on the pipe. I made it. I didn't drill a hole, I just put a little bit white paint on it. And this pipe had the number 988. It's also marked SYRING and 988. I love these pipes. And they are not on the market, they are never for sale, and I don't find any other SYRING pipe. There's another beauty. Someone told me it's they call it a chimney. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. It smokes great. Also Cumberland. I think it's beautiful. It's great. It's a little bit thin here, but if I smoke it slow, it doesn't get hot. That's a number 793. English is hard. So now I come to another pipe. He didn't make many pipes with silver rings, but this got one. And I like this Cumberland mouthpiece. And they all made complete by hand. That's all SYRING pipes. And this is a pipe with the number 999. Just if you're interested about. It's funny. I all got pipes with the high numbers, which means he built them very late in his life. Here I got another nice little thing. Very light. All the pipes I showed you right now are about 50 grams, 55 grams. This one, this is a pipe I use for if I sit in the evening and read a book and just enjoying a quiet evening with a glass of whiskey, bourbon, sometimes scotch, depends, and read a book, listen to music. Then I have this pipe. It's great. And here is a freehand he made, almost a straight grain. For me, grain is not so important, but Mrs. Syring said, "Hey, look, this is almost straight." And I use this pipe also because it's little narrow there. I use it also for a good flake. It's a little bit thin here on the side, so you have to smoke it very carefully. Otherwise, it will be a little bit warm here on this side. And there's a last SYRING I have. It's one of my treasures. It's like a volcán. You see this here. I love this. It's so beautiful. And it's also, believe it or believe it not, it's about 75 gram, even if it has such a lot wood. And it's marked as the number 931. There you can see it. I think it's the wrong way, but it doesn't matter. There it is, you see. And I love this pipe too. I love them all. And there's only one pipe I got from his private collection. I asked his widow and said if she mind if I take a pipe, which he didn't build. It's one of his collection. It's this little Dunhill. I saw this pipe and I loved it. It's my Queen of Flake. I have only 3 Dunhills, and I got this one as a present from Mrs. Syring, and I almost had tears in my eyes when I get this 10 pipes and this. Yeah, that's almost all about. Oh, it's a pretty long video. I hope it works out. It was almost a little bit long what I had to tell you, but maybe it was interesting for you. And if there are any questions, just give me a note and I try to answer. And maybe sometime you can talk about some American pipe makers. They are not known in the world, or like Mr. Syring, they are dead, and you have some little treasures at home and nobody knows what beautiful pipes they are making. I know for sure, I've seen some American pipe makers in the internet, and just to say one name, it's Mr. Joe Case. And for sure, at the beginning of the next year, I'm going to order me one of his pipes, because I love this American style poker you have, this huge ball and this short stem, and the playing with the color in the stem. I love that, and I'm going to do it. That's it for today. Have a good time, and if I don't see you, have a good Christmas and a Happy New Year. Like we say, fröhliche Weihnachten, guten Rutsch ins neue Jahr, which means Merry Christmas and have a happy good year. And bye for now.